The setting of Aikatsu Friends is clearly one born of convenience. It's realistic and grounded enough to be relatable to its target audience of elementary school girls, but also fantastical enough in its specifics that its middle schooler characters can express themselves in ways that wouldn't be allowed in the real world. This has led to some coincidentally fascinating world building. The school curriculum that the main characters are enrolled in is designed solely for the purpose of turning 14-year-old girls into vessels for state-sponsored culture and capitalist marketing endeavors. Throughout their school life, students are taught not only to sing and dance as pop music idols, but also about what it means to be a public personality, and how to perform that personality in front of a camera. Part of the school's faculty includes managers, whose job it is to arrange live performances for students, as well as to get them gigs as models and advertisers in TV commercials. Students are also encouraged to launch their own fashion brands as head designers, but how exactly these companies are run has not been explained as of where I am in the series. They probably exist in order to have a product attached to students' names, the proceeds of which likely go back to the school, and are presumably staffed by the school's seemingly endless pool of government workers. Speaking of, the sheer amount of funds at the school's disposal, saying nothing of the possibility that there might be many other schools like this scattered across the entire country, undoubtedly suggests that this whole program has the full financial support of the Japanese government. Which begs the question, why? Why does the government so heavily sponsor this business of manufacturing middle school cultural phenomena, going so far as to publicly rank them against each other in terms of popularity to see which is the most effective public icon? I'll tell you why. It's the state's way of subtly keeping the ideals of the masses in check, by utilizing government funds and impressionable young girls to mass-produce the generic ideal of a public darling and put them in the public eye by staging live performances and using them to flood the entertainment industry with cheap models while making it clear to companies that if they don't hire one of their girls, they won't be on good terms with the state. They can effectively control what kind of public figures are most popular. This way, the state can mostly ensure that independent figures with more radical and potentially disruptive messages stay in the underground, not affecting the morals or ideas of the general public. A clever, sneaky, and effective way of insulating the majority of the populace from any ideas of societal change. It's worth noting that the students do have some controls over the jobs they take and the gigs they do, but since the main cast is so enthusiastic, I haven't seen what would happen if one of them went heavily against the plan prescribed for her. It's also worth noting that I've only watched like 10 episodes of Aikatsu Friends, so if anything happens later that contradicts anything I've said here, I can't be held responsible. As for how any of this amounts to cultural Marxism, it doesn't. I don't even know what cultural Marxism means. It's just a funny buzz phrase that makes for a good video title. Just remember, when the government starts building schools for educating young people to become pop stars, it's time to seize the means.